for December for us was Vocation. And one of the ways we really got to explore this is we got to talk with the owner of one of the local coffee shops, the Black Kite. And we got to really kind of hear her story on how she got to be the business owner she is now, as well as getting to hear her perspective on what vocation's going to look like for people of our generation. She really thought that our generation coming up has so much opportunity to find a spot in companies because of how much we know social media and how that's one of the great ways we can use to make money for ourselves. But also that she also showed us that, you have to have a passion for what you do. Otherwise, it's going to be boring and just, making money. It's not really your vocation, it's just your 9 to 5.
We've had quite a lot of different people come in and talk to us from the Northwest Ohio Synod's bishop, for example, or other members of the Synod. We've had community members that we either invited into our space or we went to their place of work and talked to them. And everyone kind of had the same thing to say, which is you won't really know exactly where you're going at every single point in time, so relax. It's gonna be fine. Success, I have learned, kind of comes from being true to yourself and making sure that you're doing what you think is worthwhile to yourself and to the world. And in our case, as people of faith, to God. For a lot of the people that we've talked to, it's, sometimes it's been a rough road, which is especially consoling to those of us who already have experienced some pretty tough stuff in our lives. But knowing that we're not cast aside, we're not forsaken, we have the ability to make mistakes and try new things and take risks, because that is I think that's just what we're called to do as human beings, is to kind of figure it out as we go. So I think a lot of different events have kind of combined into this reassurance that vocation will come and may already be happening.
When I came into ALT, I was very much dead set on the idea that because I'm coming back to my faith, the only way to lead a life and a vocation and a job that's faithful is to be a pastor. And so automatically I thought, I'm going to go into the ministry and I'm going to be a pastor, and that's the way that faith is going to be in my life. And a way that ALT has helped me realize my vocation, or not necessarily realize my vocation because I'm not sure where I'm going with my vocation, but a way that ALT has helped me is realizing that you can be faithful no matter what vocation you're doing. If you're a shoemaker, you can make a darn good shoe, and it can still be glorifying God no matter what you do. So that's pretty cool.
I think during ALT Year, one of the main components for me has been the interfaith dialogue work that we've done. So we do a lot of stuff with the Episcopal Church, which isn't really interfaith, but interdenominational. Also, we do a lot with the Catholic Church, but mostly we work with the Muslim community around here. And I think ALT has just really impacted how I view different religions, how I view my own religion, and just opened up my understanding of different core values, but also very similar core values of all of the different ways that people worship.
Something that I thought was really fun was at the end of our time together, before we went and parted ways for Christmas break, we had a Christmas party. This included some of our host families and also Josh, who's the national coordinator, and some other friends of ALT. And we decided that we would arrive in style. We wore things such as this lovely vest that we found at the Glenwood Giving Store, and we took an awkward family photo. So posing with hands on shoulders, corny smiles. It was rather atrocious, but at the same time rather lovely.
One funny thing that happened at our Christmas party was we had a white elephant gift exchange, and this is also called a Yankee swap. For those who don't know what a white elephant is, it's just a present that you have a set dollar amount that you can't go over, something completely random that can be exchanged amongst those who are there. And how we did our white elephant was that we went by birth date, and then whoever picked that present, they could either pick one that had not been unwrapped yet, or pick amongst others gifts that had already been opened. Now at first, everyone was just going underneath the tree and picking a present and was content with the one that they picked. But as the night went on, people started taking the present from another person, and then it did start to get like hardcore. I like what you have instead, so I'm going to take it and you go pick another one, which I thought was just really funny.
Again. And I think, I can read articles all I want, and speculate all I want about any group that I'm a little wary of, but sometimes you just gotta sit down and have a donut and drink coffee and talk to someone.
I've really gotten a chance to get to know some of the other alters really well, and they're becoming some of my good friends, and I'm really excited to see what this is gonna look like come May, and how we'll all stay connected at the end of this.
During your turn, you get to either choose to open a new present or to steal someone else's. And when it was my turn, I chose to open a new present, and I got a snowman that pooped Tic Tacs.
But it was still kind of strange to be separated from my family during the Advent season, but at the same time, it was really nice to be able to be connected to a different Christian community, one that was just as vibrant and one that was looking forward with as much anxiety and excitement about the birth of Christ as the people in my hometown.
When one of us has a problem or has experienced something and we're focusing on the negative aspects of it, we just really support one another, which has been really great for me. I know for some others as well. And I'm just really blessed and thankful that I have these other people to bounce ideas off of and share my frustrations.
We had a Christmas party right before December break, and we were gonna take a picture all together, and someone had the idea, let's do it like one of those awkward family photos. So we're all lined up and like standing all like stiff with weird awkward smiles, and it was probably like one of the funniest pictures I've ever taken with a group of people that's